Skating is global in spirit, but until now, it hasn't been global in access. We love to call figure skating a global sport. We watch world championships, see flags from a dozen countries on the scoreboard, and marvel at different styles from all over the planet. The highlight reels make it look like the ice is one big shared stage. But here's the truth, access to skating is wildly uneven depending on where you live. Some countries have rinks in every major city, pro shops stocked with the latest blades and multiple high-level coaches within a short drive. In those places, it's easy to find a sharpening service, order new boots and get competition-level training without thinking twice. Other countries, they have one rink serving an entire region or none at all. If you live there, skating isn't a casual weekend hobby, it's a logistical challenge. You might have to drive for hours just to step on the ice. You might have to ship equipment overseas and wait for weeks for it to arrive. And sharpening your blades? That could mean a 3-hour train ride, a border crossing, or even a flight. The cost gap is just as extreme. A skater in one country might pay $10 for sharpening. In another, that same service could cost the equivalent of $60 when you factor in travel and time off work. Boots and blades that are already expensive can cost double once you add import taxes. Then there's ice time. In some regions, it's subsidized or affordable. In others, you're looking at prices that make regular training nearly impossible unless you're wealthy. This uneven playing field creates a quiet but powerful hierarchy in the sport. The most talented skaters don't always rise to the top. More often, it's the one who happened to be born in the right place, with the right resources and the right infrastructure around them. That's not just unfair, it's a waste of potential. Skating has lost countless gifted athletes simply because their environment made progress too hard, too expensive, or too disconnected. The skater first movement is designed to make location matter less. Modular equipment means a skater in a warm weather country can train year round on inline wheels that match their ice setup. They don't have to wait for the one seasonal rink to open. They can keep their rhythm, their edges and their jump timing all year round. A coach in a country without sharpening service can give their students blades that never need grinding, removing one of the most frustrating access barriers entirely. And the Creator program, it's built to be borderless. If you've got a phone, an internet connection, and a passion for sharing your skating, you can contribute and earn no matter where you are. A skater in Brazil, a coach in Bulgaria, a parent in Boston, all can be equally involved, equally valued, and equally rewarded. The playing field finally starts to level. When you strip away geography as a barrier, something incredible happens. Styles start to mix in ways they never could before. Knowledge travels faster. A spin variation invented in Japan can be copied, improved and reimagined in South Africa within weeks. A coaching day filmed in Italy can be practiced the next day in Indonesia. Young skaters start to see themselves as part of a global skating family, not just their local club or national federation. That's not just inspiring, it's transformative. I've skated in dozens of countries, from the frozen lakes of Europe to shopping malls in Dubai. The passion is the same everywhere. The difference is infrastructure, and infrastructure is something we can fix with the right tools and systems. When we do, the whole sport benefits. The talent pool expands, the culture grows richer. The stories get more diverse and skating becomes more resilient because it's not dependent on a handful of power centers to survive. This shift doesn't just help the skaters in underrepresented regions, it lifts everyone. Imagine the excitement of discovering a new rival or training partner halfway around the world because the environment finally allowed you to skate the same way, on the same feel of edges year round. Imagine training with your coach even when they're in another country because your setups match exactly and feedback translates seamlessly from ice to inline. Imagine hosting a virtual skills challenge where entries pour in from 5 continents, all skating on comparable setups, all competing on equal footing. This is what skating without borders really means. It's not just about travel. It's not just about sending elite skaters overseas for competition. It's about building a structure where you're from stops dictating how far you can go. And here's the bigger picture. When the sport is more connected globally, it becomes more stable. Right now, if one region's interest in skating drops, the whole system feels it. But if you've got a global network of skaters, coaches and creators working together, the sport doesn't just survive local downturns, it keeps growing, shifting and adapting. The tools are here, the tech is here, the community is ready. Skating without borders isn't a dream for the distant future, it's the next chapter, if we decide to write it together. Next time, I'm tackling one of the biggest myths about new equipment, the idea that it's harder to learn on.